Retro anime. How did we find it? How does it hold up? Unpacking the ins and outs of being an old school nerd and proving that 80s kids can't remember a damn thing right. These are the mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd.
Welcome to Mindless Midlife Musings of the Anime Nerd. I'm Rick, and I'm joined by the rest of our panel, Lynette, Vic, and Brian. Hello, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
In today's episode, we place a special order with a side of fan service as we discuss yet another fighting game anime as beautiful warriors try to have it made in Variable Geo. Variable Geo is a 3-part OVA series based on the video game series of the same name, published by KSS, and the OVA loosely follows the same plot as the advanced VG game. The episodes were released.
I love the word you're using. I love the word loosely.
The episodes were released in Japan from late 1996 through late 1997. And in 1998, ADV Films released the anime on VHS with a post-2000s release on DVD. And that was the last we saw of it. So the plot centers around a martial arts tournament, which is hosted to determine the world's strongest waitress.
But not really.
Yeah, let's start right there.
Not really. The whole
Not really.
Not one serving. Nobody had a menu. No.
So the way the game works, I wrote down the game plot. So the game plot is that set in the near future version of Japan. The game tells the story of a martial arts tournament created to determine the country's strongest woman. The tournaments are sponsored by a number of family restaurants who, in exchange for their sponsorship, are given a promotion in the form of having the tournament entry work as a waitress. So these are fighters who sign up for this and basically agree to become waitresses while they're making their way through the tournament. It's a little different than what the way they kind of presented it.
Yeah,
But
a lot different.
So basically, in layman's terms, Red Lobster, Golden Corral,
I'm
Denny's.
gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there. This is Hooters, Twin Peaks, and Tilted Kilt decide that they're gonna have a street fight. So they hire fighters who agree to work there as waitresses.
My bad. That makes sense. That's right.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's basically it. The winner wins $10 million and prime real estate in wherever the hell they want to live, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Which
How
I
did this-
love that they
how-
added that.
Was that the prize in the games?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So you get
we
10
haven't
million.
gotten into the loosely part yet. Okay.
No.
Fair
I mean the loosely part. Actually, okay. So I give this thing credit, right? Like, a lot of the character backstories are accurate. A lot of character designs are lifted right out of the game.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of special moves are very similar. They go a little overboard, but whatever.
I think it was just the sci-fi aspect was.
Yeah,
Hey.
there's a little bit of that part there, and then some of the changes to there were a couple character changes. The main big bad is not dead in the game, but is dead in the cartoon. And
Well,
and
the
like
main
the-
big bad is actually a set of siblings,
and then the
which
And
are not
then
in
the
the game. In the movie.
ninja girl Chiho, she's not like some spy. She's basically Chun-Li. She's like trying to have a normal life and she wants to win the money so she can afford a normal life kind of thing.
Mhm.
So it's like little things like that.
So we definitely agree that they have the Ken Ryu rivalry.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah,
bitch
but
has got-
Chun-Li-
this is a Street Fighter written all over it.
And
but,
they
I
actually
mean,
did almost all the characters apart.
They did. And so there's a couple notes I wrote about this before we dive through our usual run through, is that I give them credit in that they tried to give every character a reason to be there. However thin that reason was, they tried to give every character a reason to be there. Some of it was, tiny amount of backstory, but enough for you to go, all right, that's their motivation. And then,
Uh-huh.
you're like, okay, that's fair. And the fights were actually pretty fucking good. by comparison to other fighting game anime,
It was
Yeah, I
silent.
can't
Yo,
say.
it was silent.
the
Compared to
Dead
Art of
Suns, like,
Fighting, Samurai Showdown.
there you go. Like, compared to those, this was at the very least, I would argue, on par, if not a little better than the Fatal Fury fights. Just saying. Really think about it. They
Not the
actually
motion
try to
picture,
fight.
but the actual two.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm
OAVs
talking about
before.
those. Yeah, because they actually try to fight before they just
Yeah.
start busting out special moves every 3 seconds.
That is very
So-
true. They did, and then the main
Until
character
episode
gets her
3.
butt whipped in the very first episode.
Dude,
so.
she got her. That's my note. Is that she lost that fight, and everybody's just pretending she didn't lose that fight. She lost that fight. She absolutely lost
did.
that
It's
fight.
hilarious because I think she's actually the first person you fight in the games too.
June? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
June fucking won that fight. She totally won that fight.
Yeah.
Like,
She
Yuka was
destroyed
laid.
her.
She was laid out. Everybody gave her half an hour to recover.
Right.
And then let her win. She got
Yeah,
a
and then let her
participation
win.
trophy. That was
Dude,
pretty
it was wrong. So, yeah, so it's a very 90s aesthetic. This came out in the 90s, but it's a strong 90s aesthetic animation. It was good animation, very consistent. So yeah, it opens up with our Yuka, our main character Yuka, who has a Hispanic man, is a very difficult name to get behind. But Yuka Frita is working as a maid, and she is just busting with potential. She gets immediately challenged at
Bloodstained.
work. She's immediately challenged at work by June, Kuboto, whatever her last name is, June. June's standing outside in the rain looking like a serial killer. And, and Yuka's like, oh, you could have come in. You could have come to get me. All right.
You because he was there. He was like, all right, I'm gonna work as hard as possible. And then other people are gonna be like, I don't think that's exactly accurate. You wanna take a gander out the window real quick?
You just like. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Can't you feel the death stare? Because she
Yeah.
was
Oh, yeah,
not
this-
blinking.
ass whooping table for one. It's right out here in the patio.
Right.
So they bring her out.
I
I
would say I
yeah.
will say the aesthetic of the stage just popping up at random places.
Right, like they got the whole city wired for this shit. That's what I was just about to say. They have the entire country
Like,
is wired
every
for this.
intersection has to like have a ring or something.
Right. It's like they got these little pods that pop up and everybody's carrying their little I'm gonna whoop your ass business card. And
You know what it felt like? It felt like a neon.
yeah, it totally would have felt like.
It's
So
hilarious because I
yeah.
think in the game I only recall one ring.
Dude, the game is very much a Street Fighter aesthetic. You fight in all these various places.
The man said loosely. He said loosely.
Yeah, I'm just emphasizing on how much loosely it is.
It was they go through their little intro. It's a standard fighting game, right? Everybody's got a very small plot. Some reason to want to whoop somebody's ass. What I give credit for is that not everybody in this game or anime is there just to beat up the big bad, right? Like in Street Fighter, everybody want to whoop Bison's ass.
For one reason or
Everybody's got
another.
beef, right?
Except for Dawson.
No, Dalsum wants to get vengeance for his village or something. I can't remember his motivation. The Yoga Flame. Everybody wants to whoop Bison's ass, but in this, everybody's kind of in it for their own reasons, right? The
Right.
one character
Well-
wants to bring her grandmother over from the States. One character wants to, pay for her. And honestly, I give Satomi got the roughest one on this one. They manipulated her ass to get her into this tournament real bad. That was dark. But she needs to pay medical bills. Hashtag relatable. So everybody's got.
That's why we have that show Breaking Bad. Everybody knew
That's
it.
it. Everybody. And it was like, wait, I need explicit details on the meth production just for educational purposes.
Right?
And there's a lot of education here. There's a lot of education.
So June and Yuka have their fight, and June absolutely demolishes Yuka and wins that fight. And then for some reason, Yuka is given an
The ref
ample
forgot to
amount
count
of
to
time.
10.
Guess.
Yeah.
Given
There
an
was
ample
no,
amount of time.
He went to he went to go get
The ref
tea.
is still
I
waiting
was
for his food to be delivered.
I know.
And
It was terrible. I was like,
So yeah, so she has plenty of time to recover, gets up and ends up beating up June, and June loses. And June is intense. June is very intense. Like she's so fucking in this. Like, girl, you need to calm down. Even Yuka's like, what are you doing? This is a level 4 fight. Like, you don't have to take your clothes off. She's like, shut up, you. I have to do this. And you're like, oh, calm down. First of all, just
Well,
this is
I was more like, well, if you have to.
I mean, yeah. I was like, oh, and that's the thing is like, so her buddy, Satomi, she's like, Yuka, this is what we signed up for. You know exactly what this is. Like everybody, Yuka's all taken aback by it, and everybody around her's like, this is the game. This is what's in the contract. Like, what are you
Pretty
talking
sure
about?
everyone was like, good boobs.
You lose, you nude. That's basically
You know, when they, I thought I was going to be pissed off
Yeah.
when Zoom stripped the first time, and next thing
Yeah.
they showed like she being blocked off by the ropes.
Oh,
I
the
was like,
ropes are like obscuring
Mhm.
everything. Yeah,
Convenient
which-
editing.
It was a
Ah.
choice. That was a choice, considering the rest of the anime. Everybody
Nobody.
not hold back. Mhm.
Everybody. For
Mhm.
some reason, they saved June. I don't know what that was.
I'm pretty sure that was an animator's choice.
It was like, but it's
Probably
more
because
He
she
artistic.
was
wanted to save her
super
dignity.
intense. Probably
No,
'cause she
they-
was so intense. They're probably
Yeah.
like,
Or
oh,
maybe-
shit, would
or
scare
maybe it was
everybody.
because-
Ooh, I swore. But
maybe it was because June actually won the fight.
That's it. Yeah, he was doing June dirty. He's like, no, I cannot do this to June. So changed the shot. Yeah, she legit won that fight. So anyway, Yuka runs into an old pervert in the audience. Old perverts gonna old pervert, need old perverts, and you're like, cool, this character might be important later. Yeah, whatever.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But so the fight is pretty good. She does some awesome wrestling moves. You can tell she's a grappler based on how she fights, which I thought was pretty cool. So then they cut away to another fight that's about to take place, and this is our standard scientific nerdy girl with the glasses, and just a rando maid.
Yeah,
Rando,
and nobody.
Yeah, a rando girl. And rando girl puts up a decent fight, gets ass whipped. And then you find out that at this point, if the girls for some reason seem to forget the fact that they signed up for this, that they will get drugged so that they will participate unwillingly in this thing, which is kind of dark. But you do get a little bit of backstory between Raimi and Kaori, so you understand Kaori's motivation, why she's there, and you're like, all right, oh, cool. Everybody gets a little bit, which I give them credit for. Like,
So
There's a
basically, Kaori, her fight is because she's sagging and she got ass whooped with the last.
yeah, that's it. That's exactly.
Whatever.
That's exactly absolutely correct. Then we get to one of my favorite parts. Oh, as I didn't mention Geese. So Geese Howard's in the audience in the first fight, and he's all like, "I found her," and you're like, "All right, cool, whatever, Geese." And then Geese gets fucking Hikaru slapped.
Round.
Yes,
Geese
he
This is
does.
everywhere.
He gets Hikaru slapped
Got
by Raimi.
slapped hard.
She's just like, she's not in it because she wants to be. Fuck off! And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And
He
we
was like,
see his
boom,
eyes.
slap in the face,
Yeah.
he down on the ground.
Yeah, he's got that. I haven't
thought her
slept in 8
slap
weeks.
Did that too. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I thought her slap did that. I was like, oh, is that her power?
Oh man, she slapped.
Because his eyes were
Yeah.
all yellow. There was all this
Yeah.
stuff underneath.
Yeah,
I
he
like,
was.
did she break his
Yeah,
eye? What happened?
that's. Oh man, yeah, she smacked the shit. I love that. I was like,
You
damn.
know, you know what? As a result of that slap, he
Mm.
spent the rest of the anime making sure that he was pushing up his glasses the entire time. I was
That's it,
like,
he
dude,
spent every shot. And as a
every
person
time.
who has worn glasses, most people don't take their entire hand to push up their glasses.
Yeah,
But he
it's
always
just the
did.
Usually
one.
just one finger.
Yeah, you
Just
flip
now.
everybody off every
No.
time.
But he's the whole hand was like
he didn't
pushing
want
up. and-
nobody to see his eyes.
He's like,
anymore. I was like,
Oh my gosh. So yeah. So anyway, I appreciated that they tried to give every character at least some kind of reason to be there. It was cool. And then this is where you get to the point where you find out that Satomi has a little brother, and he's seizures and he's hospitalized, and and they're clearly inducing. So to try and manipulate the situation to get Saotome to participate because Geese thinks that she's important. He's not
The
wrong.
medication
the
that they give
one.
him is actually legitimate medicine.
That's what I thought. And I was surprised they went so far as like grand mal seizure. I'm like, okay, all right. We're like, they're not making shit up. This is some real shit, you know? So I was like, okay.
Quarter approach seizure.
I
Oh
was like,
no.
look at you. I mean, I was like freaking Dr. House up in here. So I
They
love
had to
that
make it
was my
serious.
takeaway in this booby anime. My takeaway was like, oh, wow, they actually got the medical science right. Good for them. So, but yeah, so they're manipulating her thing. And then they cut to the scene with this ninja dude who is absolutely 100% Master Jubei from Fatal Fury. And he's sitting there sipping on his tea and he calls on his ninja minion. And Chiho, this is the girl I was saying, she has a different story in the game. But this is kind of a better story, if I'm being honest. She's, part of the cause and all that.
Right to power.
She's cool. She does her thing, whatever. Yeah, all good. So, yeah. So Saotome reluctantly agrees to become a fighter. And she has a pretty awesome fight with the standard character trope of girl who never opens her eyes. Character who never opens her eyes.
Right. You were talking about at the bar, at the nightclub?
Exactly. In the club, they have their fight. It's another decent fight. There's some good choreography there, and ends with some, some decent clothing explosions that are almost Ikitosen worthy. It was good. It was cool. I enjoyed it. But then we get to a scene that made me giggle because I was like, wow, that was intense and pointless. They're on the highway and Yuka and Raimi punch each other on the middle of the like literally it's just they see each other and immediately Yuka like goes fucking evil.
Yep.
And just like
jumps off the motorcycle and just
dive bombs her Ferrari. Fuck you.
Hey, come to find out, he's still driving.
Right.
So the
she
law
blocks
of
it while driving.
The laws of physics should have at some point in time.
There's motion through objects in motion and look, I'm not saying it didn't look cool. It looked really cool. Like as far as animation goes, it looked really cool. There's some beautiful destruction, the way the helmet shatters open and everything. Like it's a cool looking scene, but fuck all, it had 0 point. Really did not need to exist.
0 point, and it just doesn't.
They don't expand upon it. It's like, okay,
it don't
next
work.
episode.
It doesn't work. That I think is what you're trying to say, Brian, and I agree. It doesn't. Nothing about the scene worked.
I think they were trying to clean it up and just forgot that scene. You know how when you do that and you're just like, oh, I forgot that. We'll just keep it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
The guys.
I'm not saying
the guys on the B team spent like 6 weeks on it. We got to keep
forensically speaking. Forensically speaking.
Yeah. Forensically speaking,
it just it hurt. It hurt.
It was wrong. It was wrong. But that's like the end of the first episode. So I get it. They were going for like some kind of like epic shot that's going to make you go, ooh.
Next episode.
And then, see, now here's the thing. You got to remember, right? This was 96. The next episode didn't come out until like 6 months later. So as a Japanese audience, you would have seen that. And you're like, fuck, shit's going to go down. And then like 6 months later, you got the next release. And you're just like, wait,
terrible.
what's going on? Where's the fight on the bridge?
It's like, we're missing something here.
There was some shit going down on that bridge.
B team got fired.
We all forgot about it.
It cuts to them just like showing up.
Right. So 6 months later, the episode they
arrive in Osaka.
Is they get first you get Saotome getting gaslit like fuck, which was making me laugh because Geese is all like, your friend Yuka Takayuchi. He says her name the full name every time.
The full
He's like,
name.
Yeah.
I was like, if he starts naming her, we're gonna have a problem.
I wonder if that was a part of the contract. If you mention anyone's name, you gotta say the full name.
The full name. Yeah. So he's like, do you want to get defeated again by your friend Yuka Takayuchi? He's like, okay, that's it. She knows who it is. Like you don't need the whole thing. Social security number 841. Like it's
right.
Anyway, so there's this intensity coming from him. He's gaslighting her hard, and then we get the phone call. Osaka, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. That was great. Solid. Look, if somebody calls me and they go
On my whoop ass car.
Tampa, and I'm like,
right?
I'm not driving to Tampa. I'm not just so like, I should go to Tampa. Like, it's very weird. It's a very weird reaction.
Like they just gave me a location. I'm supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even who you're supposed to fight. Just
Somebody calls Vic and like, Bakersfield. I'm like, no.
Absolutely
Fucking
not.
Go, no. Just fuck you.
That's a 2.5 hour
5-hour
drive.
drive.
Absolutely
It's a
not.
5-hour drive for you because she's going to Osaka and riding sidecar.
You
So
see,
anyway.
if they were smart, she would have taken the bullet train and it would have been an hour and a half.
But that's the thing is that she got paged.
Yeah.
Got paged on her
That's
like
right.
Wombass
She got
card.
on a
And then
Wombass
she had to
card.
put it in put it in the
Osaka.
payphone, only for somebody to say Osaka. It reminded me of the time. Remember when you didn't have money for the payphone? And
Yeah,
you
you
had
ever
to
make a
money
collect call? You just
And you said, please state your name. Hi, I'm stuck at the bowling alley and I need you to pick me up.
like, hi,
then
do
they
you want to
reject
receive
call.
a call
That's it.
from? Hey,
Hello, you have a collect call
No.
from Osaka. Would you like to accept the charges? No.
don't need-
No.
No.
Now I know where I need to go. Like
Yeah.
somebody didn't have enough money and they just
That was
called.
it.
That's exactly what it was.
Knowing who it was that made the call, that makes perfect sense now. And that is my headcanon.
Mhm.
So
I like how we take moments like this to explain
Yeah.
how maybe this is plausible.
that's how it went. That's how it went. So
But I gotta make a phone call. Oh, I only have 10 cents. I need 45.
You know,
I don't have
unless,
to say Osaka. That's
Osaka.
unless you know how far we've come. Can you remember nights and weekends? How you could only
Yeah,
call
oh,
certain
yeah.
people up
Nights
on
and
nights and
weekends,
weekends?
Yeah.
And that was a big
Yeah.
deal if your phone plan had nights and weekends.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so after this amazing revelation, she looks over at June. She's like, "I guess I gotta go to Osaka." All right. So we go to there's some villainous backstory shit. Doesn't matter. But Chiho, the ninja girl's there, and she meets up with her mole friend, and this is kind of a tease of her backstory, which was totally useless and totally pointless and did not need to be in there.
Frame filler.
Yeah, so it totally was. So you find out Miranda is the main bad Raimi's mama, but she's dead, but she's not dead, okay? And you're just like, everybody seems perfectly comfortable with the fact that she's dead, but she's still pulling the strings somehow. And you're like, all right, whatever. And then we get to the point where I'm just like, God damn it. I was doing fine in this titty fighting game anime until the lolly showed up. And then I was very frustrated because
And
I
scared.
do not need no damn lolly in my sex fighting game. I
And
don't need
she's
it.
the annoying character.
She's very, very much so. She's yeah.
And she does the things that we want to do.
Right. Yeah. Facts. Anyway, so we got Chiho, the ninja girl. She's hauling ass because she's about to get stomped, and she runs into the big bad Raimi, getting some with her assistant out on the patio, and then we have a fight.
And that man is loyal.
Oh, he is to the death, absolutely. Then we get a cool fight. We get a cool fight between Chiho and Raimi, and you're like, all right, cool. And then there's like a little bit of a flashback. You get some of Raimi's trauma, so you kind of understand that she's just a horribly abused woman, really. And then that leads into another fight where you get Chiho and Satomi now, and that's another pretty interesting, cool fight. And you're like, all right. And then it cuts back, and you're like, all right, we're back with the fucking lolly. Great, that's what I needed. So then lolly pervert's all grabby. And I'm like, lolly pervert's not doing it for me, man. I can't.
And the way you are talking about this, I'm going to give you a little bit of my final thoughts right now,
Oh, go ahead.
is the way I feel this entire way. Like, you're like, does that
This is-
need to be happening right now?
That's not doing it for me. And it's look, it's a shame. A little bit of my final thought. It's a shame because there's a lot of this that worked for me, but there's a lot of it that didn't work for me. And Lolly Girl did not work for me. She was not registering.
Is Lolly, I assume her character is much more mature.
In the pink, the picked. No, man, I don't know. Vic's got the
Childlike
game.
is usually the
I'm-
little lolly.
She's probably like 16 or some shit in the game, and you're just supposed to
15.
go, okay, sure she is.
Yeah, I think she's listed as 15.
There you
pull out
go.
Google
And yeah,
Translate.
you're like, sure she is, and that makes it okay. So anyway,
Right.
So yeah, so it's not really working. But then Arena and her bunny squad shows up, and I'm happy again because I've got bunnies. The bunnies show up, and the bunny squad, they're gonna fight Yuka. Yeah, nice. I'm into it. The dub makes a choice here, which made me kind of chuckle. The bunny girls are backing up Arena, and the dub makes Lolly Manami makes her say those are fake, referencing obviously the bunny girl's breasts. And that's not at all what she says in the Japanese anime, but it was a dubbing choice, and I was like, okay, that's okay. It's not the only time they made a silly joke dubbing choice. I wrote the next one down that I caught. Oh yeah, so I forgot. I missed a part. They split it up into 2 scenes for no reason whatsoever. But Ninja Girl's being tortured. Very important because they're using a new drug on her, SDR 2393 alpha. Who fuck cares? Because that explains why she's brainwashed later. Because they brainwashed her. They used this drug on her.
We'll just call it DX99.
There you go. That's exactly what it was. DX99. And it's like, cool. So, Arena is the angry fighter. She's got anger issues. Her whole fighting style is anger based, and Yuka goes all Ryu on her, and she's like, "No, we must fight fist to fist. The nature of a true battle." Yada. And I was like, "Yuka, nobody cares, baby." But whatever. Arena's angry, and she's having visions of her grandmammy. She gets her ass whipped, but her grandmammy forgives her anyway. So Arena's happy, and you're like, "All right, cool."
So she beat her with basically the 5th element.
That's it. That's it. That's it. The power of love. So yeah, she. So then you find out, I wrote it down because it was dumb. Arena was supposed to fight Manami, but didn't know who Manami was, and ended up fighting Yuka, even though everybody called her Yuka. Like, I don't know. I hate this lolly character. Oh, I like this. All the bunnies decide to strip. To me,
Yes,
that's
they all did.
dedication. That's dedication to your team leader. She lost. We all lost. Like,
There was
all right,
a
calm
street
down.
full of naked bunnies.
She's the only one that has a card.
The only one. Everybody
Right.
else, just a rally squad, and then like
It's a team effort.
we all did it.
I call that a Groupon.
That's it. Oh my gosh. So, oh yeah. So this is the next dumb dubs, or the next dumb dub choice they made, which was kind of like a pun. So they're in the motorcycle in the sidecar, and Manami's sitting in front of her, and she's like leaning back on Yuka's chest, and she's like talking about how comfortable and squishy her breasts are and all this shit, right? And then the cops are coming after him. So in the dub, they dub a line in for the cops that says, "Pull over, there's too much cushion in that sidecar." That's the joke that they made in the dub. And which is totally not what's in the Japanese audio. And I was
Not
just
even
like,
remotely.
okay. Like, I mean, I'll give you that. I chuckled. So like, whatever. So you learn that Raimi's mama's still running the show, or she's got like, despite being dead, has some super secret room with super secret stuff going on. And Geese is her super secret henchman. You're like, all right, cool. So then you get Yuka fighting Geese, because Yuka has to go past her dojo to pick some shit up. And when she gets there, Geese is there, and he's all
He go
crazy.
He
There you
cracked
go.
out.
Silver from Golgo 13. That's what I thought.
Oh, the lanky guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He whoops her ass.
He does.
And then Old Pervert saves the day, and you're like, okay, Old Pervert, second time in the anime. He's going to be important for sure. Yeah.
He's there for like a minute.
But here's the thing about Old Pervert guy.
Yeah.
He says one thing
Right.
and then comes right back and says, well, this is completely opposite from what I just said over there. So he'll say, you fight for your passions.
Right.
Well, not everybody else does that. So what you're doing really doesn't matter. So now you got to figure out whatever reason that you really need to be fighting. But that really doesn't really fucking matter. So I'm like, oh my fucking God. Please.
Old dude was
Choose a
definitely. Yeah, without a doubt.
He was that dwarf. We were on the road, but not really a road, but sort of a path. Not really a path, but kind of a walkway to go see my brother's sister's uncle's cousin.
Man.
He's strolling your scat.
And that was basically That was the end of episode 2. The end of episode 2
Yes, it
is Satsumi waking up as evil Satsumi, and you're just like, ooh.
with the
episode
blue
2.
eyes.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
And then, if you were in Japan, you had to wait like another 6 months for the next for episode 3. Then episode 3 dropped, and everybody's like, ooh, evil Satsumi, shit's going down. At least this time, there's actually a payoff for that. So episode 3 starts. You get more of Raimi's backstory. She's all experimented on. Her mother's a psychopath. It's dark shit. If they really wanted to, they could have leaned into that, cut out the old man stuff, and it would have been far more interesting.
And we don't know how old Raimi is during this whole thing that they decided they're going to go show him juvenile.
Absolutely. But hey, June was covered up by the ropes in the ring, so it's okay.
Wrong time to use that decision. You could have used a read.
That this is where you shouldn't. Yeah, no. So yeah, so Raimi's like experimented on, and her mother just kind of watches on with almost evil cackle level villainy. Old pervert and Yuka are having a conversation. He gives her a whole speech about his hand. It's very impressive. And then you're like, all right, cool. This hand does a lot of things. Says, yeah, most people's hands do. Anyway, so
Raimi's 19, by the way.
19, Raimi? Oh, when she gets the experimentation done to her? Okay.
No, in the game. That's
Oh, in the game. So then she was definitely all right.
Oh, that's
All
an
right.
old. That's a young. What? That's an old ass 19.
That's an old ass young girl. Yeah, Raimi's
That's
an
a
old ass
old-
young girl. Do you know what
Yeah,
she
yeah.
hates? It's this. Her hair being gray at 19. That's bullshit.
right.
That's right. And it's long, so it's not dyed that color. It went that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
I
Like
feel
the
that.
curl, the front curls.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh,
Go
you
down
took a
to the
straightener
floor.
to that, it'd be on the floor. Like it'd be
Dragging. Dragging behind her. Yeah, no, that was rough. Again, and
Mhm.
to me, it's a shame because but that's the curse of, and I can't just point a finger at this anime and be like, this anime is bad because of this. This is a problem for all fighting game anime. All fighting game anime have this problem. There's too many characters. There's too many backstories. Too many of these stories are actually interesting and compelling, but they don't have the runtime to show any of it.
Mm-hmm.
I might have actually cared that this woman became a villain because of all this horrible shit that happened to her, but she's so mustache twirlingly bad with her, her line that she always says. I wrote it down. It's like, do you know what I hate more than anything? That she says that
every time.
at least 2 times every episode, and it's always a different thing. And you're just like, well, what is it that you hate more? You hate everything.
So basically, she pulled a Joker. Do you know how
Yeah.
I got these scars?
That's it. That's totally
Yeah,
it. It's like, you want to know how I got these? Do you know what I hate more than anything? Nobody cares anymore, Raimi. So I might have cared, but they can't spend time on her because they have to spend so much time trying to make sure every character from the fighting game got their face time. And that's a problem for every one of these. Street Fighter 2 managed to get that right because they knew. They said, no, these are side characters. We can't give these guys more than a cameo. And they did that so that they could focus on the
Some
characters.
characters only got like a frame on
Right.
screen.
Yeah, and like one still. So it's a shame, but those are choices that have to be made. And I think that in their haste to make sure that every character gets FaceTime, every character gets a special move, every character gets a line, that the stories for these fighting game anime always suffer. And it's too bad because while yes, Variable Geo is designed as a pervy, ecchi game, hentai game, depending on which version you play, they did eventually try to figure out some kind of storyline for it. And whether it's your favorite fighting game or not, not in the States because it never really came out here, but whoever it is that really liked this game, this anime was probably awesome for them because they were getting all these little character moments that they're used to seeing from the game. But to a person, just an average person like ourselves who maybe haven't played the game except Vic, the chances of us being able to have that feeling that
Latch on.
like we're not going to be able to latch on to these because we need to know why that character is great, and they don't have time to do it. So sorry I just derailed, but that's this point is the point that makes you go, she could have been a great villain, but I don't know.
Mhm.
So anyway, evil Satomi fights Kaori, whoops that ass, and Raimi's so pissed off she drives her Ferrari into the building. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's a lot of it's the third act, right? This is the third episode, so there's like a lot of little fight scenes, right? You get Raimi versus Satomi, and you get Brainwash Chiho versus June. So you get Brainwashed Ninja Girl and the Wrestler Chick. You get Geese versus Yuka. We even get a Geese backstory. I don't nobody give a fuck about Geese's backstory.
Right?
Well, we got one. He burns out. He starts punching holes through motherfuckers. Yeah. He's fucking killing people. And then Yuka's like all 2 souls in 1, and she like attacks Geese and stops him. Honestly, nobody cared. I didn't. I really didn't care about Geese, the character. So much so, I do not remember his actual name, and I just kept writing Geese.
Well, apparently he had 2 names. He had what everyone called him, and then whatever the chick called him at the end, he's like, "Thank you for remembering my original name," or something.
There
like
you
that.
go, Geese. So
But I don't remember what the name is.
That's it. It's Geese. Geese. So then, apparently, Ninja Girl's just way too tough. So June needs Lolly Girl to help her. So the 2 of them whoop Chiho's ass. And you're like, whatever. Honestly, the Manami character, the Lolly, she can go home.
Whatever.
She wants her wannabe Chibiusa energy is so bad. Like, she just didn't need to be in the game. This is one of those instances where, as a character choice, they could have chosen to make her a background character and just use that screen real estate for somebody else. But they didn't do that. So you find out Miranda, the super bad, mega bad, dead woman, doesn't even want Satsumi's body that she's in. She actually wants Yuka's body. She's like, give me that body. And Yuka's about to do it. And then
She's old.
yeah. Kaori's like, don't do that. Don't you remember? You guys are friends. Whatever. Get fucked. Nobody cares. And I'm pretty sure Kaori dies. I don't know, but like, she gets hit pretty hard. Her glass goes shattered. You'll never see her ass again. I think she dead. So then Yuka versus Satsumi. I'll save you by punching you really fucking hard.
Yes.
Done.
Which is a thing.
It's a thing.
Mhm.
That's what they do in this. So, Dragon God
Not
attacked
bad,
that
though.
shit.
She really did. She held nothing back. She said, I am going to beat you to within an inch of your life, and then we're going to be friends again. That's
because I love you. I am going to beat you
This is gonna hurt
so
you.
hard.
I
So
had to
basically-
stop a minute when she was like, I will save you. And then she goes to really, I was like, how are you saving her?
I'll save you by ending you.
Which is
So-
what all parents in the 90s, which is what they believe.
That's
Mhm.
it. So, but it works. Satsumi wakes up, and you're like, all right, cool. And then Satsumi and you. This is what I love. Satsumi wakes up after getting her ass absolutely pummeled, and she's like, where am I? You're like, oh, you're here. I'm here. You're here. Bad guy? Bad guy. Should we blow them up? We should totally blow them up. And then the 2 of them are like, let's blow shit up. Boom, synchronized
Wonder
attack.
Twin Powers activate.
Yeah,
That's
that was it. Boom, we both do it. And that's honestly.
Did the dub at least go, who knocked me until next week? You
No,
know?
I really wish they
Yeah.
would have. Like,
she
why
did this one-
Why does my body hurt so bad? I am so sorry, Satsumi.
I love
No.
you too much.
Yeah, I just loved you. I loved you so hard. Anyway.
Basically,
So-
finger blasting. That's how we got here. Finger blasting.
Oh, Nanda Yu Yu Hakusho way?
That's right. So, you find out Raimi lives. She dips out.
No.
No.
And this is what broke me.
This is what broke you when Raimi lives and she dips and she like,
No. When Raimi lives,
yeah.
decides to dip, it
Yeah.
says, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me go kill my mother.
Let me make sure my mom's dead. Hold up.
Make sure she's dead, not slightly dead.
Yeah. Yeah. She.
Bitch, you could have did that.
Yeah. You could have saw.
Three
What you're
episodes ago?
saying is, what you're saying is that when you drove your Ferrari into the building, instead of fighting, you could have gone and done that. It would have been done.
Well, you got to give her props. She walks out naked.
She does. She's like
No,
full
no.
blown.
No,
just-
I
no.
mean, she's a loser.
Oh, he puts the
Oh.
coat on her. He puts the coat on her.
Right. So we don't even get that. We don't even get that.
Then we get a scene that, guys, I've watched this anime twice since we agreed to watch it. This last episode in particular, because I wanted to understand why this mattered. But the old pervert guy meets the scientist in the hallway. He steals his egg, and then his little partner rings a tuning fork and gives an earth-shattering blowjob. And I don't know what that scene was about, because the egg,
No, my guess.
the egg
yeah.
was clearly important
My
to
guess.
him.
Yeah, my guess it has to deal with VG2, the
Okay.
game.
All right.
The PC version, not so much the PlayStation version.
Because, yeah.
I wanted to see that finishing move. I didn't know.
Tuning
I was
fork
like-
in the blowjob, I was like, dude, because she's like, ding, and then she just opens her mouth.
And then she goes,
"Whoa," you're like, "Okay."
that's all
And
she
then the whole fucking building goes up.
Basically, she's Black Bolt.
Right. I mean, that was the closest I could get. Was in my head, that's what that was. But I would have loved to have seen that. That would have been cool. So anyway, the day is saved. But hey, as the building burns, our heroes decide they should fight each other again. So this time for real.
I mean, we don't know who's going to get the $10 million. We don't know who's going to get the fucking island. None of that shit matters.
None of that shit matters. There's
so
no.
Why even put it in there? I mean,
yeah. And honestly, so like the tournament structure is gone, right? Because at this point it was an espionage thing. It was a big battle. It was this whole deal. The fact that the two of them think that they're still, did they still have their business cards on them? Because maybe they're like going to do an actual anyway. So they're gonna fight. And in the Japanese one, they're like, tight, we're gonna fight. Do the other loser still have to take off their clothes? And the other one was like, yeah, but we're also gonna get like $10 million. And in the dub, they're like, does the loser still have to take off the clothes? And the other one's like, let's just worry about the money. And they're like, that's not what they said though. Anyway, it's a subtle difference there.
Yeah, the brother doesn't get healed. Nothing matters.
Yeah, they end it very much like every fighting game anime that we've watched so far. Pretty much.
Ryu continues to walk barefoot.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all.
Raimi rolls up in her
Honest.
Ferrari.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's basically, yeah. So that's it. It's 3 episodes. It's an hour and a half of anime. So you could have essentially cut it together into a feature and released it as such. And it probably would have been just fine.
Nah, because you would have had that weird gap between episode 1 and 2 that would just not work
the
together.
punching the thing and then cut is like, what's that?
Yep.
So, the game series itself was a roller coaster ride over the years. The PC versions were like erotic games. They had nudity and they had rape and all kinds of crazy shit. And then the home console releases, they all got edited down. So they didn't really have any of that shit, but it was still
they had some fan
game.
service in between,
Yeah.
but that's about it. There was no like real nudity or anything.
And none of those ever got released in the States. So this anime is the only version of Variable Geo that ever got released in the States.
So in the fighting game,
yeah.
when you remember how in Street Fighter you had to destroy the car or the barrels?
Yeah.
Does that make its way during the
I
like
do
a
not
bonus round.
recall
gotta
a
hit it.
bonus stage, no.
no bonus stage? No. Okay.
Nah, that's too bad, man. Would have been. It could have been fun. They could have had some fun with that.
Do you know how many
Destroy
fingers
the
would have been
restaurant.
broken for that?
Well, here's the thing. For the home versions, at least, the PC Engine version, the controllers had turbo buttons, so...
Nah, that's true. So, yeah, controllers are awesome, man.
You're right. Vibrator that bitch. You're right.
So, yeah, it's... For what it was, and the time it came out, this is very much a 90s anime. This is very much a 90s fighting game anime.
Yes. For all intents and purposes.
As we move into our final thoughts, the real question is this better or worse than all the other fighting game anime we've covered so far? So you get to add this to the hierarchy and tell me where it lays for you guys.
It's definitely above Kaiser.
I'm gonna let you go first, Brian. I'm gonna let you go first. You've been patient and reserved this episode.
I will definitely say it's above Go Kaiser. The jiggle physics, they actually toned it down a little bit. So
Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely above Go Kaiser.
How did you feel about it? Like knowing it's a fighting game anime, your expectations are already where they're going to be. But how did you feel about it despite that?
It was boring to me. You know.
Yeah.
You all know one of my biggest pet peeves is you say something and then you completely remove the value of what you just said.
Right.
And there was so much of this happening throughout this series.
Yeah.
Where Even the old lecture guy that I mentioned it earlier, he would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
one thing, and then next thing you know, it didn't even matter in the same fucking conversation. It's not like he came and backtracked it.
Right.
It's true.
Uh, let your yes be yes and your no's be no's. Let A equals B always be A equals B, but they just take it away from you, and not just them. I will go so far to say, at some point in time, every character commits that cardinal sin for me. Every last one. So it's hard for me to. Is it animated beautifully? Yes. Did it actually do some fighting? Yeah, I think one of the coolest fights was when Satoshi is fighting Kaori, and
Yeah.
Kaori is like, "I'm gonna do a move," and then he just appears right beside her face.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's pretty badass. Just for it
Yeah.
to be taken away immediately, I'm like, ugh. So it's hard for me to. It's hard for me to sing praise upon it.
Yeah.
When anything I would praise it upon, they just take it away. So
Sure.
I found myself in a conundrum.
You out is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
You're out.
it's a no for me, dog. But I hope you like the move.
All right. That's which is saying something that this is a no for you when it's one of the few fighting game anime with a significant amount of nudity. That says something in and of itself. So where would you rank it in the hierarchy? Right? I know you said it's above Go Kaiser. Is it above Art of Fighting? Would you watch this over Art of Fighting?
Yes.
Would you watch this over Samurai Showdown?
Yes.
Would you watch this over Fatal Fury?
No.
All right. So there you go. So it kind of lays right around below Fatal Fury, obviously below Street Fighter. I know. All right. Yeah, whatever. But
right. For the
As
people,
if.
we just did our top 10,
Yeah.
and Street Fighter was one of mine. It's
Yeah.
not gonna replace that.
No.
No. Oh.
So no, yeah. All right, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm gonna hand it over to Lynette. Vic, I'm holding you back because I know you're a little closer to the content than we. So Lynette,
yeah.
as this was your first time with Variable Geo, what did you think about it?
So much better than Street Fighter.
She wins. She couldn't even keep a straight face for more than half a second.
Oh man, that is a soundbite.
She is as red as a cherry tomato right now.
I
Killed
couldn't even
that.
hold him in. I
Kill
was
that
trying.
delivery.
I was like, I'm gonna do it, and then I couldn't. My eye twitched. Gave me away.
Amazing. No notes.
But I put it
I'm
at the
hurt.
same ranking.
Mhm.
I'm hurt.
I have to say, I put it at the same ranking that Brian did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch it. I would have to say that the surprise nudity was a welcome shock. I was like, okay, they're beating each other up. But then, as it progressed, we slowly lost the fighting ring and went to weirdness. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So it kind of lost me after that. I was like, okay, if you're going to do the fighting stuff, stick with the fighting stuff.
Right.
Somebody
you
was
have
like, you got to
If
go
it's
dark.
a tournament, stick with the tournament. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
let's keep that
You know?
going.
Yeah,
With the whole
I like that
Stargate-
part.
Yeah, the whole Stargate gold. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take your body. I'm like,
Yeah.
As soon as
Yeah.
they changed that, I was like, okay, now this is not really a fighting game, and you only got one more episode to try to close this all up.
Yeah.
It's not working. Like they really started losing me once they got rid of the fighting rings.
I do agree with you. I feel like episode 3, it fell apart on. I really do.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because it was
No.
building up. I was like, when you saw the
Yeah.
tournament, when you guys saw the Hikaru slap, because there's some respect to be done for this tournament, and all of a sudden they went, the tournament doesn't mean anything. Doesn't.
Yeah.
Whatever. Show me boobies, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you
what's it
lost
not
me on-
necessarily a bad thing? I mean,
Not in and of itself, but at
Yeah,
the
right.
sacrifice of the narrative that they had built.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think
mean,
I agree with you. I think that if they would have taken episode 3 and like maybe that it ends in the tournament, like you could have taken
Yeah.
those story plot points that they were trying to set up and had that end in the tournament.
Yes,
Yeah.
with an actual winner. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Even for button mashers like myself, for fighting games, you have
Yeah.
that ending. You have
Yeah.
the winner. And it seemed like for this one, we didn't get a winner. We just
Yeah.
got a, "Oh,
Yeah.
Like a game
okay."
over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You
No one
know,
got their $10 million
Okay.
no
fee.
one got the win, right?
No
So,
one does. Yeah.
I mean, the animation was nice. I like that. It was definitely 90s. I could tell by the wave of the hair
Yeah.
and the big old ponytails
For sure.
and all that other stuff, and the shoulder pads,
They did. They had some
like
very
late
poofy
late
maid
80s.
outfits.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And you could also tell, like, a lot the new anime does it too, but these ones were extreme top heavies, whereas, like, the
Mhm.
dongas and then the waist was no bigger than my hand span. And I was like,
Right,
"There,
right.
you're broken. There's no your your center of balance is way off." I don't, but it worked. It was pretty good up until that point, and then after that,
Yeah.
I was like, every time it was like 1 star, 1 star. Okay, you're not doing it for me.
All right.
But yeah,
Cool. Vic, you want to go next, man? You ready?
Okay. As probably the only resident expert on the games,
Yeah.
Hmm?
That without a doubt.
Um,
We bow to your knowledge.
That tracks. Right? Not surprised.
I think and no one in this panel nor any of our our listeners are going to be surprised by that comment.
Yeah, right.
so what they couldn't see
Runs
is
bit-
that I actually do have 3 versions of the game on me. I got the
Yep.
PC Engine, I got the Saturn, and I got the SNES version.
Right?
Of
The
course you
games
do.
are actually pretty good. The PC 98 version is
Yeah.
absolutely horrendous, but that's the one with all the hardcore nudity and
Sure.
sex scenes and everything else. The original game only had 6 characters. It was the console versions that added additional characters, bringing total up, I think, to 8 or 10 playable, and then a boss that wasn't even in the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, the games, God, they were released at a time when, Street Fighter 2 became super popular and everyone, was releasing a fighting game like SNK and Data
Yeah.
East with Fighter's History. Everyone had to have a fighting game, and like this genre of cute girl fighting games popped up.
Yep.
You had games like Variable Geo, you had the Asuka
Virtual
120%
Fighter.
game.
Not Virtual Fighter. Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive.
Dead or
DOA
Alive.
games,
Dead or
yeah.
Alive was much later, and Dead or Alive was both male and
Yeah.
female. So, but we're talking about games like Street Fighter 2 on the PC Engine,
Hell yeah, I remember that.
which was god awful too. But
Terrible game. Terrible game.
uh,
Terrible.
I don't know who to believe. I don't know who
No.
to believe.
It was
it's a thing.
terrible. It was a terrible
it's a
game.
thing.
Yeah.
But the Variable Geo games for the console ports, for the most part, they were actually very playable. They were, they were not bad fighting games. I mean, they were no Street Fighter 2, but they were
No.
actually pretty good. The anime, it lifted parts. It lifted, some of the character, it lifted the character overall looks, designs, and everything else from the console games. But then, the punishment for losing
Mhm.
was lifted straight from the original PC game.
Right.
So the consoles, it's like, okay, great, you lost. You're slightly humiliated. Your clothes are torn. You're showing a bit of skin. That's all it was. Whereas the PC version, it was like, oh yeah, no, you're a full nude. You're, whatever. It's the whole
Right.
9 yards. Overall, like everyone else described the anime, it brought in. Thankfully, there wasn't a massive roster of characters, so they tried to give everyone their moment in the limelight. For better or worse, I mean, as for a lot of the fighting game anime released in the 90s, it's definitely one of the better ones. It's nowhere near the best one. That's for sure. With things like, the Fatal Fury motion picture and Street Fighter 2, there are better options. But, if you like a fighting anime with a bit of fan service, it's not a bad call.
Do you feel like as a person who has played the game, and full disclosure, I've only ever played one advanced VG game, and it was
I think it was the
this-
PC Engine version when I brought it over one time.
I think it was it. It's the only one I've ever played, and yeah, it's, I mean, as a fighting game, they're decent fighting games. They really are. But I never like played a lot of them. So as a person who has played them, do you feel like this anime scratches that fandom? Does it reward that fandom with something that they would like?
If you're a fan of Jun or Yuka, absolutely.
Hmm.
If you're a fan of everyone else, not really.
Okay. Noted. All right.
So, Rick, are you ready, sir? Would you like to take it from here?
Yeah, let's see what I can do. All right. So look, I like boobs. Big fan. They're top of my list is, awesome things to have in your anime. This actually, I'm being obtuse. This actually is a good fighting game anime. Is not a great fighting game anime like Vic said, not by any stretch of the imagination. But this does blow the doors off of Samurai Showdown. It blows the doors off of Go Kaiser. It leaves Art of Fighting so far in the dust.
It breaks the bricks off of it.
It just can't even.
It beats the brakes off.
It
off of Art of
really
Fighting.
does. It's so much better than a lot of fighting game anime, and it is. I want to say kind of a shame that this fighting game never had its moment to shine in the West, because I think this anime might have had more success if that were the case. It's mid tier, yeah,
Yeah.
And if you've already seen all the other stuff and you have a chance to watch this, yeah, it's worth a shot. It's worth a chance to watch it. I don't think you're going to be so mad at yourself for having watched it. There is entertainment to be had. There are decent fight scenes. There is good animation. There is fan service up the wazoo. There is a lot here to take away and have a good time with. But like with all fighting game anime, fuck all, man. There's just not a lot of meat to this story. So it's rough in that regard. Now, we are watching this after we watched Raylon Orchid Emblem, which is a hentai of a fighting game, basically. And so, by comparison, this is fucking Shakespeare. And so it's really hard for me to be extra mad at this, and I always have to remember and remind myself of all the other fighting game anime we've covered, because it is very much not as good as some of those other ones. But it is infinitely better than a lot. This is very much the middle of the road. That's my best answer for this. You could live without it, but if you manage to get a copy of it and you watch it, I don't think you'll be mad that you did.
No.
It's really kind of just one of those. It's very meh. Meh is my final review on Variable Geo. Was it? Meh. It's fine. So, yeah, I think that's kind of it. Does anybody have anything else they would like to add about Variable Geo? That's easy. That was an easy episode. I think we can wrap up. I don't even have a fun closing for this one, because my closing for this is meh, because meh is the general vibe of this whole thing. So that will do it for our show today.
Maybe
So-
hold on.
yeah.
Maybe this is the time where we lead into our expert and let our expert.
No, I'm good.
I don't think Vic's ready for a closing. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Well, that's it. That's going to do it for our show today. So until next time, keep calm. And do you know what I hate more than anything?
You motherfucker.
That this episode's over. Just kidding. We are so done.
You've just been privy to the mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd, presented by Geek Grotto. For show notes and corrections, or for general geeky fun, you can visit our website at geek-grotto.com. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app, please like, follow, and subscribe.